Hi students, welcome to the next session. We did some problems on competitive. I think we completed question number 31. Now we are going to do 32. See the 32nd problem. A ball is thrown vertically upwards. It has a speed of 10 meters per second. When it has reached one half of its maximum height, how high does the ball rise? Okay. So they have given a ball is projected vertically upwards with some velocity. Did they give velocity? The ball is thrown vertically upwards. It has a speed of 10 meters per second. When it has reached one half of its maximum height. They didn't give initial velocity. Ball is thrown vertically upwards. Let us assume initial velocity u. Maximum height. Generally, we will assume maximum height, h maximum. They gave velocity after reaching half of the maximum height. Maximum height is h maximum. Now, half of this one how much means? Let us assume here. Initial point A, final point B. This is nothing but midpoint. Midpoint means half of here. So, what is this height now? H maximum by 2. So, what is the velocity at this point? V is equal to 10 meter per second. What is the velocity at maximum height? Already we discussed so many times. Always velocity at maximum height will be 0. In this, two distances are there. A to C, another one is C to B. A to C distance is H maximum by 2. B to C distance is, that is also H maximum by 2. So initial velocity here, final velocity here. Yes, we can know. That is nothing but distance. Which formula we have to apply? So we know that b square minus u square equal to 2as. First I am applying for AB. What you have to find? You have to find maximum height. That one you have to remember. For maximum height you came to know the formula u square by 2z. But you don't know here u. Therefore we are doing like this. So here for AC, A to C, what is the final velocity? 10. Therefore substitute 10 square minus u square is equal to acceleration due to gravity in case of vertically projected body minus g. From A to C, what is the height distance? H maximum by 2. Isn't it? Then 100 minus u square equal to minus g h max. 2 is going to be cancelled. All that equation number 1. Next, this is for AC. Now we are going to apply for BC. For CB, same formula we are going to apply. For CB, what is the final velocity? 0. 0 square. What is the initial velocity at C? 10 square means this formula we are applying. V square minus u square. V means final velocity, that is 0. U means initial velocity. At C, initial velocity is 10 meter per second. So 2as. 2, still object is going upwards. Therefore, minus g. So C to B, what is the height? It's maximum by 2. So what you got here? So minus 100 is equal to minus g into h maximum. Isn't it? Now, h maximum is equal to 100 by G value how much? So G value you will be coming to know, that is nothing but 10. So you got H maximum value how much? 10 meters. Okay. So by using second equation also you got. So generally again by taking this equation, now H maximum G value you will take 10. The final answer is 10 meters. Next question. Question number 33. Read carefully. A stone is thrown vertically upwards such that the distance traveled by it in the third and fourth seconds are equal. The maximum height attained by the stone. See, a stone is thrown vertically upwards. In that, they didn't give any value. A stone is thrown vertically upwards with some initial velocity. They gave one data. The distance covered in third and fourth second will be equal. Third and fourth second when it is going to be equal. That is the distance covered by 9 and are equal. 9th and 10th second means 9 is to reach maximum height, 10 whenever it is coming downwards. They gave their distance covered in 3rd second and 4th second will be equal. 3rd second means let us assume from here to here total time is 3 seconds. Now distance between second and third means there is nothing but last second. Already we gave distance in 3 seconds is different, distance in 3rd second is different. So distance covered in 3rd second. Again after reaching here it is coming downwards. Okay. So therefore this second will be 4th second. So to take upwards total time is 3 seconds. To come downwards total time is 3 seconds. Isn't it? So how much time it is in A means total is 6 seconds. In that 3rd and 4th second distance are equal. Equal means it is reaching maximum height in which second? 3rd second. Means in 3 seconds how much distance it is going to cover? That is only maximum height equation. Isn't it? Is it wrong? Therefore which formula we have to apply? So S is equal to ut plus of AD square. Correct? So that formula we are going to apply next. How much? They are asking maximum height attained by the stone. How much height it is reaching in 3 seconds we have to find. 3 seconds means it is coming downwards. In 3 seconds it is going upwards means in 3 seconds it is coming downwards because we don't know initial velocity. Therefore we are taking downwards. Either upwards or downwards both will be same one. Whenever it is coming downwards, what is the velocity here? 0. Therefore here we will take velocity 0. In 3 seconds how much height is coming downwards? In 3 seconds upward distance also same. Both will be same. Therefore S is equal to 0 into 3 plus of G into 3 square. You have to understand logically this one. So it is taking 3 seconds to reach upwards means again it will take 3 seconds to reach downwards. Therefore we are calculating downwards because we don't know initial velocity with what velocity they projected. Okay. So S is equal to half into G value generally we will take 10. So 3 3s are 9. So 5 9s are so 45 meters. How much height it is reaching means 45 meters it is reaching. Okay, logically we have to follow this one. See the next question number 34. A ball is thrown up vertically from the ground with a velocity u. Another ball y is simultaneously dropped from the height small h. They meet at a height h by 2. If u is equal to, so they are asking initial velocity in terms of equations. A ball x is thrown upwards. X is thrown upwards and y is simultaneously dropped. You have to remember y is dropped. X is projected vertically upwards with initial velocity u. At the same time, y is dropped. So y is dropped means it will come downwards. See, they didn't throw this one. They have dropped. Dropped means what is the initial velocity here? U is equal to 0. When they are meeting, they gave some way those are meeting. They meet at a height h by 2. So this ball is dropped from height h. They are meeting at some distance h by 2. So now you have to apply two formulas. 2 times 1 formula. That is nothing but this formula. For vertically projected body, x. Initial velocity is u. How much distance it is covering? H by 2. Okay. This formula you can apply 2 times. You will be getting. We have to find time of this one. If u is equal to means time you should get. S is equal to ut plus half AD square. So for x I am writing first. For x is which body? Vertically projected body. Therefore initial velocity u. How much height it is covering? H by 2 is equal to u into t into vertically projected body means a value minus g t square. Call that is equation number 1. Next, for y, this is dropped object. What is the initial value? Initial velocity 0. How much height it is covering? This is also same height. H by 2 is equal to 0 t. This is coming downwards. Therefore, a you should take plus g for this object. Therefore, of g, how much time means? Same time. So in this minus will be coming because vertically projected body minus g. So this is freely falling body, therefore a will take plus g. Okay, see these equations. Both the equations if you have it means LHS will be same, h by 2, h by 2. So we can equate RHS. Then ut is equal to what you will be getting? Otherwise add these two equations. H by 2 plus h by 2. Because we want time. Add 1 and 2. Add 1 and 2 means h by 2 plus h by 2. H. ut. Minus of g square plus of g square. Then t we are getting. Then t is equal to h by u. What we have to calculate? What is the initial velocity? So what is the initial velocity means? This t you can substitute either in this equation or in second equation. Then you will be getting what is the initial velocity. In second equation if you substitute means u is 0. Therefore you won't get u. So you have to get initial velocity. Therefore in which equation you have to substitute? In first equation you have to substitute. Why? Because we have to find initial velocity. Initial velocity will be if u is equal to means they are asking initial velocity. Substitute t in this equation. So h by 2 is equal to u into what is t value? H by 2. We are substituting this t value in this equation. Already without deriving only we can write directly. So in previous problem we discussed t is equal to height by initial velocity. By taking that concept also we can substitute directly. But we should come to know this equation. Therefore I wrote equation 1 and 2 times. Okay. T value I wrote h by u minus of g into again t value h by u whole square because t square h by 2 is equal to u will be cancelled. H minus g by 2 into h square by u square. This is u, not 4. Okay. So h by 2 is equal to h minus how much you will be getting? So g into otherwise h you can take common 1 minus gh by 2 u square. So h will be cancelled. If you cancel h and h, here what will be remaining? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is equal to here what will be remaining? 1 minus gh by 2 u square. So g value you can substitute depending on the options you have to substitute or not, you have to take it. So in options g is there means you should not substitute g. In options g is there. 4 options g is there, therefore don't substitute g value. Okay. So you can bring this. So gh by 2 u square equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2. This 2 will be cancelled. This u square will go this side. U square equal to gh. So u is equal to root gh. That is the initial velocity. Okay. See the question number 36. They gave a graph. Consider the following acceleration time graph of a particle moving in a straight line as shown in the diagram. The velocity of a particle at t is equal to 5 seconds is. They gave initial velocity of the particle is 10 meter per second. Initial velocity means where it will be coming, where time is going to become 0. This is acceleration time graph. What they are asking? Velocity at 5 seconds. If it is 4 means, it is 10 means, 5 means somewhere it will be coming. So this is nothing but 5 seconds we are going to assume. Now velocity at this 50 second, 5 seconds thereafter. So this is which graph? Acceleration time graph. So the area under acceleration time graph gives. So area under acceleration time graph gives change in velocity or velocity. Already we discussed 5 nodes: slope of displacement time, slope of distance time, slope of velocity time, area under velocity time, area under acceleration. So area under acceleration time gives change in velocity. We have to find area under acceleration time. This is up to 4 seconds. So we want up to 5 seconds. So this area and this area we are going to find. This is giving negative acceleration. This is giving positive acceleration. Therefore, change in time. So Vt minus V0. So t value how much? 5 seconds. Therefore, V5 minus V0 is equal to this total area. This area is length into breadth. This length value how much? 0 to 20 means 20. So 0 to 4 first. 0 to 4 means breadth value 4. Length into breadth. Next, this area. This area means this value is minus 5. Okay, the ring give also, if it is coming below time axis, it is going to give negative y axis. Therefore, minus 5 plus minus 5 into, so 4 to 5. 4 to 5 how much time? 1 second. Therefore, how much? So 80 minus 5, 75. This is nothing but change in velocity. But they are asking velocity at 5 seconds. So initial velocity they get. Initial velocity means at time is equal to 0. So what is initial velocity at time is equal to 0? They give in the problem 10 meter per second. Therefore, V5 minus 10 is equal to 75. V5 is equal to 75 plus 10. Therefore, velocity at 5 seconds is equal to 85 meter per second. So that is nothing but answer. First option. Next question. Question number 37. A body is projected vertically upwards with a velocity v0. It crosses a point in its journey at a height h twice just after 3 seconds and 5 seconds. The value of v0 in meter per second. See the question carefully. So it is projected vertically upwards with velocity v0. It crosses a point. It crosses a point 2 times. 2 times means whenever it is going at some point. Let us assume this is only point P. So this point P is crossing 2 times. When it is going upwards, another one after reaching some height, again it will come downwards. Therefore, so this is point P. It is going upwards, and after reaching maximum height, where final velocity is going to become 0. Again it is coming downward. Just for your understanding, I am drawing here. Here it is coming downwards. It is P is crossing 2 times. First time it is crossing 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds time. Second time it is crossing in 5 seconds because it is going upwards and again coming downwards. Then what they are asking? What they are asking in the question? So twice after 3 seconds and 5 seconds. The value of v0. So what is the initial velocity they are asking? So in 3 seconds, let us assume this is point A or O you can assume. A to P. A to P, assume some height. So in 3 seconds how much height? At what height it is there means AB. After 5 seconds how it is at what height means AB. Therefore, in 3 seconds, in 5 seconds, total displacement is how much means H1. Therefore, apply this formula. We know that S is equal to UT plus of AD square. It is vertically projected body. Therefore, A value we will take minus. S value how much? H. U value how much? V0. So T plus minus of G T square. First time T value how much? 3 seconds. Second time T value how much? 5 seconds. 2 times we have to apply. H is equal to V0 into 3 minus of G 3 square. So then H is equal to 3V0 minus. So this value if you substitute means 10. 10 by 2, 5 into 9. This is H is equal to 3V0 minus 45. Call it as equation number 1. Second time we can apply. Second time also what height it is? H. H is equal to initial velocity V0. I am applying second time this equation. V0. Time how much now? 5 seconds. Minus of G 5 square. So 5V0 minus 5 into 25. H is equal to 5V0 minus 25 5s are 125. Call it as equation number 2. So here LHS are equal. Therefore you can equate these two because we want V0. Depending on situation what we have to find, either addition or equation we will do. So here we have to equate. Therefore here 3V0 minus 45 is equal to 5V0 minus 125 because we have to find V0. So 3V0 minus 45 is equal to 5V0 minus 125. So you can bring this side, this one you can bring this. So minus 125 will become plus 120. Minus 1. This is going this side. 5v0 minus 3v0. Okay, so minus is going to become plus, here plus is going to become minus. Here 2v0. Here 5 minus 5, 0, 12 minus 4, 8. Then v0 is equal to, so 40 meter per second. So that is the velocity. Isn't it? Which option now? Third option. Next, in the previous problem, question number 38. In the previous problem means the above problem they are asking the value of h and maximum height attained by the water. They ask two physical quantities there, the value of height and maximum height. But in options they gave only one value, that is only maximum height they gave. Therefore, I am giving only maximum height option because in options they gave only maximum height. They didn't give value of h. What is the initial velocity got? 40 meter per second. Then what is the formula for maximum height we came to know? This is question number 38. What is the maximum height formula? H maximum is equal to u square by 2g. U means initial velocity. Here initial velocity how much? v0. v0 value how much we got? 40. Therefore 40 square by 2 into g value. In our problems we are taking 10. So therefore 20. 40 square by 20 means 40 into 40 by 20. So 2 times, that is nothing but, so 80 meters. That is question number 38. Okay. See the next question. Question number 39. Two balls A and B are thrown simultaneously with the same speed from a top of a tower. A vertically upwards and B vertically downwards. They reach the ground after T1 and T2. The height of the tower is there. So they are asking in terms of equations. So A is thrown upwards or downwards. That is important very, isn't it? Two balls A and B are thrown with the same speed from the tower. A vertically upwards and B vertically downwards. This is the top of the tower. A vertically upwards with initial velocity. It is going and coming like this. B is thrown vertically downwards with the same speed u. Here two objects you are going to take. So to come to ground, A is taking T1 time, B is taking T2 time. So this object is, in case of vertically projected from the top of the tower, we already applied some equation. If h is h is the height, then this height we have taken negative minus h. Already I gave derivation for that. So directly I am writing. So we know that s is equal to ut plus of a. Here s value minus h. U value u. T value how much for a? T1. This is for a. T1. So this is vertically projected object. Therefore this value will become minus g. A value will become minus g. T is T1 square. So call it as equation number 1. Now for B. So for B, from what height it is thrown? H height. Therefore S is going to become H. This is thrown downward. Therefore it won't become minus H. Directly H will be. So U value U only. T2. It is thrown downward. Therefore you have to write A value plus T. T2 square. Isn't it? Now see these equations. So what you have to calculate is this. They are asking the height of the tower. This h value they are asking. So h value they are asking means either you should find T1 or you should find U. Depending on that, you will be getting h. So if you add these two or if you equate these two, if you are adding these two, plus h minus h is going to become 0. U into T1 plus T2. You are adding these two. So if you are adding these two plus of g. Here what is there? T2 square. Here minus T1 square. So same equation you will get. Otherwise write 2 steps. You will be getting this equation. So you can bring this one this side of g T2 square minus T1 square. So this plus is going to become is equal to u into T1 plus A square minus B square. A square minus B square can be written as A plus B into a minus. Therefore, this one you can write minus of g into. So this one I am writing t2 plus t1 into t2 minus t1 is equal to u into t1 plus t2. So here t1 plus t2 is there, here t1 plus t2 is there. Both are going to be cancelled. Then what remains? U is equal to, so minus g by 2 into t2 minus t1. If you want to cancel this minus, you can write u is equal to half g into, this one you have to reverse, t1 minus t2. So what we got here? Initial velocity you got. But they are asking what is the height. Height means this equation u value you can substitute either in 1 or in equation number 2. If you substitute in equation number 2, because here no negatives are there, here also no negative will be there in this equation, therefore we want this h. So substitute this one in equation number 2, and h is equal to u value, how much we have right now? Of g t1 minus t2. This is u value. U value is of g t1 minus t2. Now next we have to write t2 into t2 plus of g t2 square. Then h is equal to of g t1 into t2. Of g t1 t2. This is minus. This of g will be coming here. Of g t2 into t2. t2 square plus of g. This is t2 square. These two will be cancelled. Of g by 2 I am writing here g by 2. G by 2 t2 square. G by 2 t2 square will be cancelled. Then h value how much you got? Of g t1 t2. So these equations you have to remember directly. If they are asking t1 t2 value, they will give some time. At the time height means you have to remember this equation. In the problem they ask height. In some time they will ask what is the initial velocity. At that time you have to follow this equation. U means g by 2 into t1 minus t2, because t1 it will take more time. Therefore you have to write t1 minus t2. H is nothing but of g t1 into t2. Yes, g by 2 t1 minus t2 gives velocity. t1 into t2 gives height. Okay, logically you have to remember. Next one, question number 40. A packet is dropped from a balloon which is going upwards with a velocity 30 meters per second. The velocity of the packet after 4 seconds will be. So in balloon, so a packet is going to be dropped. This is question number 39. Now this is question number 40 we are discussing. So a balloon, from the balloon a packet is dropped, isn't it? Which is going upwards. Balloon is going upwards. So any object which is moving upward, which is moving horizontal, any object is dropped means with what velocity the balloon is going, with that velocity that object is coming outside. Because generally whenever object is dropped means we will discuss initial velocity is 0. But here it is dropped, but it is dropped from which is going balloon upwards. Okay, from the balloon it is dropping. This balloon is going upward with some velocity. Therefore, this object also thrown with some initial velocity. What is that initial velocity means? Velocity. With what velocity this balloon is moving? That with that much velocity, this object or packet is going to be dropped. An aeroplane they will give flight. This one. Flight they will give. Aeroplane they will give. So from helicopter they will give. From the helicopter they have dropped one object means with what velocity helicopter is moving, with that much velocity object is dropped. Here balloon is moving with what velocity? 30 meters per second. So balloon is moving with 30 meters per second means this object also dropped with 30 meters per second. They are asking this dropped object velocity after 4 seconds. So it will be somewhere here. It is somewhere here means it is coming downwards. Downwards means velocity is going to increase. They are asking that velocity after 4 seconds. 4 seconds means which formula we are talking? Final velocity, initial velocity, time. Which is the relation? So we know that V is equal to U plus AT. So V is equal to U value 30. This is coming downwards. Downwards only or upwards? Okay. So balloon is going upwards. Therefore, here minus g or plus g, which one you should take? You should take minus g because balloon is going upwards. T value 4. So V is equal to 30 minus 40. How much? So minus 10 meter per second. Okay, that minus is giving which value? Object is coming downward. See, in options they gave minus 10. So plus 10 also there. We should not choose plus 10 because object is coming downwards. We have to take minus. See the question number 41. So that is related for previous problem. In the previous problem, if height of balloon is 200 meters at the instance of dropping the balloon, the time taken by the balloon to strike the ground. So if height of balloon is 200 meters, dropping the balloon, okay, the time taken by the balloon to strike the ground. Not maybe balloon, that may be packet, I think. They give balloon. Okay, so now balloon is at 200 meters height. So this balloon is at 200 meters height from the ground. Now object is dropped means it will be coming downwards. At the time this h value we should take minus 200. Same this concept. An object is dropped from a balloon which is going upwards. Why? Because whenever it is going balloon upwards, if you have thrown object means it will go and come like this. Therefore, we are going to take this h value minus 200. Okay, now I will solve. We will see. So for this h we are going to take minus which formula we are going to apply? S is equal to ut plus of ad square. So from 200 meters height, object is coming downwards. Therefore, but balloon is moving upwards. Therefore, s value will take minus 200. With what velocity it is coming outwards means with what velocity balloon is moving. That is nothing but 30 meter per second. Therefore, 30 t minus of g t square. G value will take 10, and why we have taken minus g means because balloon is moving upwards. Okay. So now minus 200 is equal to 30t minus g value if we have taken 10 means 10 by 2 5t. So 5t square minus 30t minus 200 is equal to 0. This minus is going to become plus. Plus 30t will become minus 30t minus 200. So if you want to cancel 5 among all these, 5 you can cancel. T square minus 6 5s. 60 minus 4 5s. 40. Can we write? Both the equations are same. We have taken here taken common 5. So 5 is common means 6 5s are 30. So 40 into 5. 200. This 5 is going to this side. 0 by 5 is going to become 0. Now we have to change this equation. What is the equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is going to become 0. Therefore, in place of x, how much is there? T. So x value is going to be minus 3 plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here a value how much? A value is 1 because nothing is there. So b value how much here? If you compare these two, minus 6. C value how much here? C value minus 40. So substitute. In place of x, what is there here? T. Therefore, t is equal to, we have to find the t only in the problem. T is equal to minus b. Minus of minus b means minus 6 plus or minus root b square. B square means minus 6 square minus 4 into a value how much? 1. C value how much? Minus 40. Is divided by 2a. A value 1 therefore divided by minus of minus plus. Therefore, t is equal to 6 plus or minus root. This is minus 6 whole square. That is nothing but 36. Minus into minus plus. So 4 into 4, 16. One 0 is there. That 0 I am writing it. Next is divided by 2. So then t is equal to 6 plus or minus 6, 9, 1 is divided by 2. So root 196 means how much it will be? You can check. Now root 196 how much? So 6 plus or minus 14 is divided by 2. So always we will take here plus, we won't take minus. Therefore 6 plus 14 by 2. Another one is 6 minus 14 by 2. Why we won't take minus means because time won't be negative. 6 minus 14 value will get negative. Therefore always we will neglect minus whenever this type of equation is coming. This is always fourth time we are doing like this. 4 plus 16, 20. T is equal to 20 by 2. 20 by 2 means So 10 time they are asking. Therefore 10 seconds is the answer. Okay. See the next problem, question number 42. From the top of a tower of height 350 meters, a stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed 15 meters per second. After how much time at the distance of stone above the ground is 300 meters? So height of the tower is how much? 350 meters. So from here an object is thrown upwards, it is coming downwards. Downwards means after reaching ground, it is covering 350 meters from here to here, I'm saying. But they said after some amount of time, the distance of the stone above the ground is 300. So distance of the stone above the ground is 300 means this is 300 meters. Then remaining distance how much? This distance how much? Total height is 350. It is at this point after some amount of time. This point is at a distance 300 meters from the ground. Therefore, remaining distance how much? 350 minus 300. That is nothing but 50 meters. It is thrown vertically upwards with initial velocity. If it is coming here means minus 350. It is going here only. Therefore, how much we should take? Minus 50. Therefore, this formula we are going to apply. S is equal to ut plus of at square. S value here minus 50. U value, initial velocity how much they gave? Object is thrown with velocity 15 meters per second. So 15 times t. Object is thrown vertically upwards. Therefore, a value minus g t square. So minus 50, 15t, g by 2. 10 by 2 means minus 5t square. This one you can bring this side. So 5t square minus 15t plus 50 is equal to 0. Again, 5 is going to be cancelled among all those. Therefore, t square minus how much? 3 5s. 3t minus 10 5s is going to become 0. Isn't it? So this one how we will write? 10 into 1. And not taking again minus b plus or minus. Another method also we can do. 10 into 1 is going to become minus 10. Therefore, this one how we will write? 5 to 10. T square minus 5t plus 2. So 5 into 10 minus 5 into 10 minus 10. Therefore, minus 3t or minus 5t plus 2t. How much? Minus 3. Therefore, above equation we can write like this. Minus 10 is equal to 0. If you got confused with this means you can follow that equation. Minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So in this what is common? T. T minus 5. Plus in this what is common? 2. T minus 5 is going to become 0. In this t minus 5 common. Therefore, t minus 5 into t plus 2 is going to become 0. So this product is going to become 0 means either this value is going to become 0 or this value is going to become 0. Therefore, t minus 5 is equal to 0 or t plus 2 is equal to 0. This one we won't take because t is going to become minus 2. Time we won't say in negatives. Therefore, t is equal to 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds, it will be at 50 meters height. From the 300 meters height above the ground. See the question number 43. A rocket starts from rest and move upward with acceleration 5 meters per second square. See the problem carefully. Rocket is starting from rest. Rest means initial velocity is 0 and move upward with acceleration 5. So it is not minus g. Okay, a value 5 there. If after 20 seconds its engine is shut down, engine is stopped, the maximum height of the rocket from the surface is, see, after 20 seconds engine is going to be stopped. See here, question number 43. So initially the rocket is at rest. It is moving upwards with acceleration 5 meters per second. 5 only. So after 20 seconds, after time 20 seconds, its engine is going to be shut off. Shut off means before going to shut off, it is going to move some distance. Now this rocket may be here somewhere. Okay. They are asking how high maximum height it is going to be reached. Maximum height means before going to engine is going to be shut off, it is covering some amount of distance. Okay. First we are going to cover the distance. This distance within how much time? within 20 seconds. Isn't it? How much height is going we have to find. Next, after 20 seconds, how much height is reaching? Because after 20 seconds, its engine is going to be stopped. Understood? Therefore, first initial velocity is going to become 0. Within this 20 seconds, how much height it is reaching? First, we are going to calculate that one. S is equal to ut plus of at square. Rocket is going to be starting from rest. Therefore, initial velocity is 0. So generally, whenever we are taking upwards means A we will take minus g. Here rocket is not moving with acceleration due to gravity. They give separately 5. And rocket we are not going upwards. By itself it is going. Like that balloon which is going to be filled with some gas, it is going to be filled. That balloon we are not throwing. Just we are leaving. By itself it is going. So whenever we are leaving, by itself it is going means we will take initial velocity 0. Like that, by itself we are dropping means initial velocity how we are taking 0. Same like that, this rocket also will go by itself it will go. Therefore, initial velocity 0. Acceleration you should not take minus 5. You should take plus 5. So the balloon case also. Balloon whenever we left, it is going by itself. Then at the time balloon is moving with some acceleration means you should take the acceleration value positive. You should not take negative. Because up to now, when our object is going upwards, we have taken negative. But in this case, we should not take. Why we should not take means we didn't throw this rocket upwards. By itself, it is going. Therefore, in this first 20 seconds, that one we are taking H1 or S1 we can take. That is our question. S1 is equal to U value 0 plus of A value 5. T value so 20 square. So S1 is equal to so 5 by 2 into 400. How much? S1 is equal to 1000 meters. This 1000 meters in 20 seconds. After 20 seconds also still it is going upwards. After engine stops means it won't come downwards. Still it is going upwards. At the time with what velocity? After 20 seconds it is gaining because here it is having some velocity. Here it is 0. But after 20 seconds it is moving with some velocity. First we have to find what is its velocity here after 20 seconds. What is velocity after t time is which formula we are going to apply? V is equal to U plus A. So this V is velocity after 20 seconds. For this initial velocity how much? 0. Therefore V is equal to A value 5 with this acceleration, t value 20. Therefore, so after 20 seconds its velocity is 100 meter per second. So from here engine is shut out means it will reach its maximum height from here. Maximum height formula H maximum is equal to that is nothing but H2 or S2. This one S1 is in 20 seconds. After 20 seconds H maximum is equal to U square by 2. This U means this velocity. Therefore, S2 is equal to V square by 2. Okay. So V value, how much we got? 100 square by 20. Okay. Here in this case, G value will take. By itself it is not going. Now, therefore, we are taking G value 100 into 100 by 20. Therefore, how much? 500 meters. So from here to here 1000. From after 20 seconds how much height it is reaching means 100 for 500. Therefore total maximum height H is equal to S1 plus S2. That is nothing but 1000 plus 500. That is nothing but 1500 meters. 1500 meters. That is option 3. You have to understand this problem logically. So here we did throw. From here onwards it is moved. This is thrown with velocity v. Therefore, we have taken G value 10. You may get some doubt. Here we will take G value, A value minus 10, but here the G value we have taken 10. So this object, this rocket is going by itself. Therefore, we have taken this acceleration. They gave. But from here, this object is thrown with this velocity after 20 seconds. Therefore, we have taken G value 10. So, in the next question, continuation for 40, third is 44 also, same question. In the previous problem, after how much time rocket returns to its original position? After how much time rockets return to original position means, first from here to 1000 meters, how much height, how much time it is taking? So, rocket is going like this. For 1000 meters, it is taking T1 is 20 seconds. Next, it is reaching how much height after 1000 meters? 500 meters. So 500 meters from here to here. It is taking, let us assume, t to 10. After reaching 500 meters, again it is coming downwards. It is coming downwards from what height? 1500 meters. Let us assume that is t3. Now total time is t1 plus t2 plus t3. So this t1 they gave only how much? 20 seconds. This t2 we should calculate. This t2 means how much height it is reaching? How much it is reaching means 500 meters, isn't it? So u by g formula you can apply. Time of ascent to reach maximum height. That is nothing but ta is equal to u by g. U means what is initial velocity here? Here velocity is 100. 100 by 10. That is nothing but 10 seconds. Ta is nothing but t2. So time taken to reach the maximum height. If it is flowed with velocity v. Therefore t1 is 20. Now t2 value how much? 10. Now it is at maximum height. Now from here it is coming downwards. How much height it is covering? Root 1500. Sorry. How much height it is? 1500. What is the time formula? t3 is equal to root 2h by. Again I am not giving how this equation came. This is 6th or 7th time we are using this equation. So the time taken by the object to reach the ground when it dropped from certain height, root 2h by g. Root 2 into height value how much? 1500 is divided by 10. So root 300. So root 300 means almost you will get 17 seconds. So now t3 value almost 17. This is almost, not exact, because this is root 300. So root 100 we are sending outside means 10 root 3. Root 3 value 1.732. 1.732 into 10, that is 17 point something meter. Therefore I have taken here 17 seconds. Therefore total 7. Now t1 is 20, t2 is 10, t3 is 17. Add all this. 20 plus 10 plus 7. So this is the answer. 1 plus 1 2. So 47 seconds. Correct of it? So 47 seconds. Okay? 47 seconds is the answer. So from now onwards, what they give problems? Those are related with integration and differentiation. So therefore, integration will be coming in your mathematics in second year, second PU. So but the differentiation will be coming in your mathematics first PU. But both you don't know. Already I gave problems and some equations previously in example problems we discussed. From now onwards, they gave on those concepts. See the 45th question. A particle is moving in a straight line such that its displacement is given by s is equal to alpha t cube minus beta t square. The velocity of the particle at a time t is equal to 2 seconds. Velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds thereafter. Velocity at 2 seconds means they give displacement. What is the velocity formula? Rate of change of displacement. ds by dt. Therefore, d by dt of s value alpha t cube minus beta t square. Differentiate this one. So expand this one. d by dt of alpha t cube minus d by dt of beta t square. Alpha you can write here alpha dt cube by dt minus beta dt square by dt. So what is the formula? I think you might have forgotten. Derivative of x power n into x power n minus 1 into dx by dt. Here both are same. X plus t is there. Therefore dt by dt you will be getting 1. In place of n how much is there? 3. 3 into, in place of x what is there here? T into power n minus 1. 3 minus 1. dt by dt. dt by dt is going to become 1 minus beta into 2t power 2 minus 1 dt by dt. So whenever with respect to and above will be same, we can write this value 1. If it is not same, we have to write like this dx by dt. Therefore 3 alpha t square, 3 minus 1 2, 3 alpha t square, this value is 1 minus 2 beta t power minus 1. Therefore this is the equation for velocity. So velocity equation is 3 alpha t square minus 2 beta t. So velocity at what time they are asking? 2 seconds. Therefore velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. is equal to 3 alpha. In place of t, how much we have to substitute? 2. 2 square minus 2 beta into 2. 2 square means 4. So 4 3s are 12 alpha minus 2 into 2. 4 beta. This is square. Therefore 2 square means 4. 4 into 3 12. 12 alpha minus 4 beta. Which is the option? Option 3. See the next problem 46. They are asking acceleration. Acceleration means 2 times you have to differentiate. A body is moving according to the equation S is equal to alpha t minus beta t square. S is equal to alpha t minus beta t square plus delta t power 4 plus delta t power 4. That is the displacement equation they have given. Where S is displacement, alpha, beta, delta are constant. The acceleration of body is given by. Simply they are asking acceleration. So displacement means if you differentiate one time, you will get velocity. If you differentiate velocity one time, you will get acceleration. Therefore, V is equal to ds by dt. D by dt of S value how much? Alpha t minus beta t square plus delta t power 4. So alpha, I am writing directly, I am not doing like this, directly I am writing. You can check once after completion of this video. Alpha dt by dt is going to become 1 minus 2 beta t plus 4 delta t cube. Okay, so that is if you differentiate one time, this equation you will get. V is equal to alpha minus 2 beta t plus 4 delta t cube. This is velocity, but they are asking acceleration. Acceleration means differentiate another time because A is equal to dv by dt. So d by dt of alpha minus 2 beta plus 4 delta t cube. Okay, then A is equal to derivative of alpha, derivative of constant. Derivative of constant is always 0. Therefore, this is going to become 0 minus 2 beta dt by dt is 1 plus 4 delta dt cube by dt, that is nothing but 3 t square. Then A is equal to minus 2 beta plus 12 delta t square. So this is the equation for acceleration. Minus 2 beta, then 12 delta t square. 12 delta t square minus 2 beta. This is the option, third option. Now see the 47th question. 47th question is the displacement of particle is given by alpha minus beta plus delta t square minus theta t power 4. The initial velocity and initial acceleration is, that one we are going to see now. Okay. See they gave displacement equation alpha minus beta t plus delta t square minus theta t power 4. They are asking initial velocity, initial acceleration. Initial velocity what we will say whenever at time t is equal to 0. Therefore, initial velocity, initial acceleration means you have to take time value 0. But this is displacement. Displacement, if you want to get velocity, what we have to do? We have to differentiate. V is equal to ds by dt. So d by dt of s value alpha minus beta t plus delta t square minus theta t power 4. Directly I am writing derivative constant is 0 minus beta dt by dt value 1 plus 2 delta t minus 4 theta t cube. You don't need to worry how I am writing. After starting mathematics, you will write directly this step more faster than me. You will write. Okay. So V at t is equal to 0. V at t is equal to 0 gives initial velocity. Therefore, t value you can substitute 0. Then what we got? Minus beta plus 0 minus 0. Because t into 0 into this one, 0 into this one. Therefore, velocity is equal to, initial velocity is equal to minus beta. Minus beta you will be having two options, that is second and fourth. Therefore, you have to do acceleration also. What is the acceleration means? A is equal to dv by dt. V value, V equation how much you got? This equation. So d by dt of velocity is minus beta plus 2 delta t minus 4 theta t cube. This is the velocity equation. You should not take S, you should take V. Again, this is constant. Therefore 0 plus 2 delta minus 12 theta t square. Okay. So 4 3s 12 theta t square. So this is equation for acceleration. Again, initial acceleration means t is equal to 0. T is equal to 0 means 2 delta. This value is going to become 0. Therefore, velocity is minus beta. Acceleration is 2 delta. So which is option? So option 4. Okay.